to call this meeting to order. Would you please call the roll? Miss, what are you called?
That's not
Secretary
how this
Pro
work.
Tem?
Okay, is my mic on? Mr. Gephardt,
Here.
Ms. Seguin,
Here.
Ms. Karstoffen here, Mr. Hauser,
Here.
and Mr. Parker.
Here.
All right.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome, everybody. I'd like to introduce our group up here. To my far right is Board Member Brent Parker. To my right is Vice President Elaine Sequin. I'm Mike Gebhardt. To my left is Annie Karstoffen, Board Member. To her left is Len Hauser, Board Member. And to his left is our Superintendent, Ann Schloss. And Annie is Secretary Pro Tem tonight.
Yep.
We have a board presentation.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Mr. President. Becky Sarazin, who comes about this time every year, I believe. She is presenting on behalf of her mother, Helen Charnes, and I know this because she was in my mom's book club, Becky. And she would like to present an award, so. Yeah, I
Could you
do
come up
not
to the front
see,
here?
and maybe the weather.
Well, she said she was coming from her son's track.
Oh,
Were his schools ever canceled?
I believe the track meet was canceled, so,
Yeah, everything was canceled.
yeah.
Okay. Because she had asked for the tracks, and I told her, here's what, but you go to her.
Sure. Do you want to say a little bit, and I can, make sure that she gets it, or we can wait a little bit and see?
We could move along and then go back.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could,
We can move along and see if she comes, yeah. Thank you, Ms. Sarazin.
we do encourage people to talk, and we do have somebody signed up, Catherine Pyro. Would you come up, give your name and your address?
Good evening. I'm Kathleen Perro. My address is 256 Colgate Avenue in Elyria. I am an intervention specialist from Eastern Heights Middle School.
Okay, go
Okay.
ahead.
I am here to invite you all to our Readers Theater that's happening in May. I have an invitation for you. Our team at Eastern Heights Northwood have been putting on Readers Theaters for students with special needs for about 8 years now. And I'm just here to show our excitement of what it takes to put on a Readers Theater for our group and how it has developed over time. So 8 years ago, Carla Valles, who was my paraprofessional at the time, who was a playwright, got creative and with her creativity wrote these fabulous scripts for all students. So with our intervention specialists and our speech therapists and our paraprofessionals, we put on shows where they had to audition for the part, they had to practice their line, get in a costume, wait their turn, stand on a certain marker, speak into a microphone, and then the applause was amazing, and the smiles all around, and parents and grandparents and babies and nephews, they all came to see the show. And then after show, we had a cast party, and that was the big celebration. So every spring for 8 years we've been doing this, and then this year, for some reason, we keep growing. So now we have 34 actors on stage this year. We're over at the PAC Center. We're no longer in the elementary gym. We're gonna have the lapel mics this time. They all have costumes. It is amazing to see their confidence grow. My class right now is in the middle of an immersive reading program, so they're reading their script, memorizing their lines. Some students still do have the picture cues on their scripts. Some of them still have the AAC devices where they have to touch the button, and then a button will say their line for them. But there'll be adults on stage for support, and we just go with it. we just go, the day of the play, we just go with it. We have 2 practice sessions. We pay for the busing to get everyone over there. This year, we're paying for busing so that gen ed students who see our students in action every day can come over. 1 bus from Eastern Heights will be coming, and two buses from Northwood will be coming over to see the show. We have a group from Murray Ridge coming over, who I've been like pen pals with, so they're coming over to see our show. But I would love to see you on May, if you are able to, on May 2nd at the PAC Center, and I'm going to give you a copy, fresh, hot off the press, our playbill. Okay?
Is that during the
What
day?
time?
It is during the day. It is at 10:30. We did not do a night show. We've been asked to do a night show, and maybe that's something we can plan in the future. But then again, takes a lot of coordination as well.
Thursday.
But wearing their theater shirts around the building gives them pride. Staff stop and talk to them. I have the drama team from Eastern Heights coming in and running lines with them. Mrs. Hartley is amazing, and she's been like, what do you need from the prop closet, Kathy? So we're really teaming this up, and I love, love, love it. So please, if you have time, we'd love to see you.
It's one of my favorite events every year, so.
And did you get a shirt?
I got
this
my
year?
T-shirt. I will have it on.
Well, good.
Do you have enough? I have one.
I have plenty.
Okay.
Plenty. So my students folded these today, so.
Thank you.
What does your shirt say?
It's
It
cute.
says- all right, so the book is called The Day the Crayons Quit. There's 2 books by the author, but we made it The Day the Crayons Went on Strike. So it was.
And what
very-
grades are these?
Let's see, we've got kindergarten all the way through 8th grade.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay,
Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you, Kathy.
thank you.
If I might just add to and compliment Kathy. Kathy does all the grant writing, which funds the busing to help get our general education students over to support our students with more significant needs within our building. And she does an amazing job at doing this. And so thank you,
Thank you.
Kathy, and thank you for coming and sharing.
You're welcome. I'm gonna head out. Thank you.
I guess we'll see how good our roof is tonight.
Yes.
May I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes of the April 3rd, 2024 meeting?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any discussion? Call for the vote?
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
Mr. Parker,
Aye.
Ms. Christopherson, aye. Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
and Mr. Gephardt.
Aye. Board of Education, item F. Do we have anything? And our superintendent did a nice speech yesterday, or the state of the city and the state of the schools. Very well attended, and you guys did a great job.
Thank you for coming, everyone, and all the support. It was a fun day.
Thank you. Item G, treasurer's action items.
Okay, first is the monthly financial reports, to accept the financial reports for the month of March 2024, which includes all bank reconciliations, investment report, cash balance reports, and appropriations expense reports as detailed in enclosure G1. Number 2 is purchase orders, to approve the attached list of purchase orders in order to comply with the district's purchasing procedures as detailed in enclosure G2. And then number 3 is FSA plan.
Yep.
You read?
Yep. This
It's on
is,
you.
just so you know, Board, we have always had an FSA plan. We're just changing vendors. So that's why there is a resolution.
Okay. And then number 4 is going to be donations, to acknowledge, express appreciations, and accept the following gifts and donations. And that is from Nordson Cooperation Foundation, and they are giving $50,000 to Elyria City School District. The donations will be used for the Rise Up credential program for Elyria High School. I think that's all I have for that.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the recommended by the treasurer as presented in item G?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Any questions?
Could you tell us about Rise Up? Just-
Sure.
Yeah.
As you know, I'll say unfortunately, because that's kind of how some of us feel, they still have these end-of-course exams that are somewhat archaic and out of date, and they still require them to graduate. That's my filter of opinion there a little bit, but we struggle with that, and it's something we talk to the state about all the time. What has happened is any student who is not able to pass those end of course need other pathways to graduation. And this is one more. Natalie Matthews did a great job of finding a program that is part of that, I believe, 12-step credentialing. Yeah, 12 points. And Nordson, we threw them a grant, and they paid for almost all of it for us, because that is one of the things they do and support, is getting students to graduate.
Thanks.
Okay.
Anybody else? Madam Pro Tem?
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Karstoffen, aye. Mr. Parker?
Aye.
Ms. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Gephardt?
Aye.
Okay.
Item H, Treasurer Other.
Okay. Treasurer Other is the tax rate. To approve the tax rate as established by the Lorraine County Budget Commission, and authorizing the necessary tax levy on the tax duplicate for the Elyria City School District and the tax rate of each tax necessary to be levied within and without the 10 mil limitations, and certifying them to the Lorraine County Auditor as detailed in enclosure H1. Number 2, oh, that's all. That's all.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the items recommended by the treasurer in
So moved.
item H? Can I have a second?
Second.
Questions? Discussion? Madam Treasurer Pro Tem?
Mr. Parker,
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstoffen, aye. Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
and Mr. Gephardt.
Aye. Are you doing the treasurer's report? No, you're not.
Just that she owes you, right, Annie?
Owes me big time.
Item K, Superintendent Actions.
Thank you. First of all, we're going to have a few here, contracts for next year. I can't believe we're doing this already, but first of all, to approve the contract with Steps Education for the 24-25 school year. Also to approve the contract with Suburban Transportation, to approve the Life Care wheelchair transportation for 24-25 school year. A contract for the Special Olympics Secretary, to approve that contract for the 24-25 school year. Also to approve up to 25 hours at the negotiated hourly rate for the following staff for summer PBA, as listed below. To approve the adoption of Amplify ELA for the middle school, and I just wanted to say to Jason Caxey, he led that adoption for the whole year. He worked with a group of middle school teachers, and I know Natalie Matthews was also part of that, but thank you, Jason, for all your hard work, and we really appreciate that. And that concludes my action items.
I have a motion to approve the items recommended by the superintendent as presented in item K.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? Questions? Madam Treasurer?
Ms. Karstoffen, aye. Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
Mr. Parker,
Aye.
Ms. Segwin,
Aye.
and Mr. Gephardt.
Aye. Superintendent Other?
Yes, first of all, here we go, the first graduation list from early college. Again, for those who aren't aware in the audience, these are students that will graduate not only with their high school diploma, but also an associate's degree out at the college. And that concludes that item.
I have a motion to approve items recommended by the superintendent.
So moved.
Second?
Which one are you taking for the first?
Okay.
Which one?
Mr. Hauser will be first.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Please call the roll.
Mr. Hauser,
Aye.
Mr. Parker,
Aye.
Ms. Segwin,
Aye.
Mr. Gephardt,
Aye.
and Ms. Karstoffen abstain.
Item M, personnel items recommended by the superintendent.
Yes, thank you. First of all, to approve the resignation of the following certified staff. Also, to approve the resignation of the athletic supplemental contract as detailed below. To approve the unpaid leave of absence of the following certified staff. To approve the appointment of the following certified staff, and I'll have an introduction at the end of this. Also, to approve the athletic supplemental contract for the 24-25 school year, both in district and out of district, and to approve the following athletic supplemental revision for the following personnel. To approve the resignation of the following classified staff as described below, and to approve the unpaid leave of absence for the following classified staff. To approve the appointment of the following classified administrator as detailed below, and to approve the appointment of the following classified staff as detailed below.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to approve the personnel items recommended by the superintendent as presented in item M?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Second.
Questions? Matt, you please call the roll.
Ms. Segwin?
Aye.
Ms. Karstoffen, aye. And Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mr. Parker?
Aye.
And Mr. Gephardt?
Aye.
Okay.
Other items recommended by the
I
superintendent?
don't have any others. I would like to make an introduction before my report. First of all, I guess Jason likes us enough that he told his, I believe it's his sister, okay, Alexis, to come work for Elyria City Schools. So welcome, Alexis. Welcome to the Pioneer family. I hope you'll enjoy it. I know you will. So thank you for coming. We need our intervention specialists. Also, I need to introduce Mr. Kevin Saloy. I was actually part of the interview team, so I know we're getting another very good employee. He was an auditor, or still is, but the was is coming in a couple weeks. For 8 years, was it, Kevin?
A little bit over 10 now.
10. So we're excited. He's going to keep us in line alongside Colleen. But Kevin, if you'd come up and Alexis, come up and say hi to the board, and we welcome you to the Pioneer family.
Thank you very much.
Where were you auditor? Oh, for sale, okay.
Welcome aboard.
Nice to meet you. Nice to have you.
That's a nice Pioneer tie. I love that. Thank you so much. Good, thank you for joining us. Alexis,
Welcome,
thank you
Kevin.
very much.
Another red tie. And red and black, you know? You guys are getting the message
I'm not
here.
an auditor.
Good job.
but, Yeah, for the state.
Before I do my superintendent report, I know Ms. Sarazin would like to say a few words. Ann thought it started at 7, so she is not here. But Becky, come on up and say a few words about your mom and.
On behalf of my brother and sisters in the Charnes family, we were quite honored to be able to give the award to Ann. My mom was introduced to travel when she was a 6th grade teacher and won the Martha Holden Jennings, and had money to go to the International Reading Association's conference in Europe. And then she got the travel bug before she died. She traveled throughout the United States and went to 43 countries, every continent
Wow.
except Antarctica.
Wow.
And Anne has also traveled within the U.S. and abroad. She as a student abroad, she went to Moscow, and she had a side trip to Lithuania, which is still on my bucket list. And we had to admire Anne. She chose to go to Detroit to further explore the African-American museums that are there and the history that is so rich there. She certainly is to be commended for that. particularly in today's political climate. We were so pleased to see that she will be teaching AP African history, which has been barred in some states. We applaud the Elyria schools for not letting that happen, and we hope it doesn't ever happen in the city of Elyria. So I will give you the check.
Yes.
Ask you to mail it to her.
Oh, sure. Thank you so much.
So nice.
And also, thank you, Becky. And also Team teaches with one of our social workers, Troy Hill, in an African roots, Elyria roots, where they study the African-American history of Elyria, which is a very popular course up at the high school. So this is the perfect trip for her to continue that work. Yes.
That's what we thought.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Becky, you have
That
a
is so
few
nice.
of Mrs. Charn's students here. I was at Crestwood with her, and Len
I was
was at
as well.
Crestwood with her.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, so your mom was great.
That's so nice.
And my wife, that was her first principal when she started teaching.
Yeah, she was a good lady.
Phenomenal.
That's nice.
All right, thank you. So superintendent's report, first of all, again, I'd like to thank the city of Elyria and Mayor Brubaker for yesterday. I think the partnership is going to be wonderful over the next few years, and looking forward to working with the whole administration. Also wanted to, I put little abbreviations, and then I can't remember. Is that a sign of getting old? May 2nd, again, the Readers Theater with Kathy. I will again say, it is such a phenomenal show, and if you can get there. Marty, are we filming that by any chance? Yes. So if you can't get there, we do have that. Don't forget Special Olympics on May 10th, another one of my favorite days out at the stadium. It's pretty much from 9 till about 1:32, Denise?
The ceremony starts about 10.
10,
and then, yeah,
okay.
We wrap up by 2.
All right, so a great day, lots of smiles.
That's a Friday, right? May
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Also, Little Mermaid, that's what LM was. There you go, Mr. Parker, I didn't forget.
Plug
We
it
have the
again,
play
plug it
because
again.
Mr. Parker's daughter is Ariel. It's not this weekend, it's the weekend of the 26th, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so they have a Friday night and a Saturday night, I believe, start at 7, and then Sunday at 2 at the PAC. You won't find better musicals or plays outside of the Elyria City Schools, so make sure you see that. And I have to start announcing graduation, because it's about a month away. So May 28th is the first night, 7 PM. It's always a Tuesday, and then rain dates are Wednesday and Thursday. So hopefully, I will bring back my luck of no rain date. And we will see you on May 28th. So looking forward to it. I think someone told me 32 school days left,
That's quick.
and it's hard to believe. But that concludes my report.
Thank you, Madam
Oh, wow.
Superintendent. Item P, Board of Education, to approve the board policy, or to waive the second reading and adopt the following board policy, notification of meetings. Number 3, approve the superintendent contract. Is there a number 1?
It looks like one was board
Oh.
member, and if there were any board
Okay.
members that had anything.
Does anybody have anything to add? Okay. Can I have a motion to approve the Board of Education items as presented in item P?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Discussion? You want to call the roll?
Ms. Karstoffen, aye. Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
Mr. Parker?
Aye.
Mrs. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr. Gephardt?
Aye. Item Q, executive session, to request an executive session, got to read Howard's writing here, to consider the discipline of a person who is regulated by the Board of Education. Consider matters to be confidential Perspective
Pursuant to federal law.
to federal law, thank you. With possible action to follow. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Call roll?
Ms. Christopherin, aye. Mr. Parker?
Aye.
Mr. Hauser?
Aye.
And Ms. Segwin?
Aye.
And Mr.
Aye.
Gephardt. Okay.
We move into executive session.
It is 5.
There won't be any.